Well, hello, 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 everybody. Good morning,
Hello.
Sean.
I be dancing every time I hear that darn song.
A nice little pop to it, I must admit.
You know?
Yes, we'll always take a little special something to get the energy going, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna click here and share out
Oh
the
yeah, me
live.
too. I need to share my
There
little
we
self
go.
out.
I did that. Now, folks, if you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot Facebook, we should have no problem because the bot should be working. But if you are on the Don Rumer-Rivera Facebook page, it is not for some reason allowing me to see your things through our Restream package. So if you could go over from there to from Don Rumer-Rivera to Sonoran Mystic Tarot on Facebook, and you will be able to communicate with us. And again, my bot thing isn't showing up. And you see, show me the bot. Hey, Miss Angie, and hey, Nikita, nice to see you both in.
Hello, hello, hello.
Do do do. Don and John
Hey.
by your side. We had a good thing last night, but to tell you, the technology killed us in the end. So we were like an hour and 45 minutes in, and it was like nobody else was communicating because we'd already read for everybody because of the different things. So it was like, what happened? But it was
Mm.
good. We had good
Oh,
energy. We had some lady come
good.
out. A lady come in. Her name was Sally, and she was a mom, and she was there for her daughter who had two boys. And the daughter and two boys wasn't there apparently. I'm like, okay, Sally's daughter will come back, and I mean, Sally brought her there, and I'm like, so I'm curious to eventually see who's going to own Sally, because Sally who died of cancer. Yeah,
Oh wow.
it's interesting because we were picking up what was this other lady's Aunt Sally, her mother's Aunt Sally, or her or whatever. And I'm thinking, I don't think it's her. I think this is a mother figure, not an aunt. This was definitely a different figure. So
Mm-hmm. Well, who knows who coming through today? Or
exactly.
maybe.
Happy Fourth to you as well, Miss Angie, and to everybody.
Happy 4th, Miss Angie. Miss Angie, I just want to let you, we're going to say this again. Thank you again for your wonderful reading. You are always on point, even if it's like future talk. Future talk. I love it. I appreciate it.
It's funny. I haven't had a reading in a while from Angie, and in class, when we do break out in sessions, even then, the draw never works out. So she and I are in the same
Oh, of course.
room.
The
Isn't that
ones you
crazy?
want to read for you, you don't ever get in that circle.
I
It's
know.
like you with the other people, you're like, oh, okay, we got a couple weirdos here, or they may be long-winded, or they may be okay, you're just not there. No, I don't resonate with nothing that you're saying. You just pulling
Exactly.
straws. You just pulling straws here.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's like, it'd be nice for eventually that to happen, but okay, it will eventually. Who knows? I don't know.
Of course, it
So,
always when the timing's right, the timing's
I know, and
will be
I
right.
feel like I don't want to take anybody's. I don't want to, take their time away from them. But I may have to, since I run the class, I may have to tweak
Yep,
that little algorithm a little
yep.
bit for myself.
That's
I
what
don't
you
know.
might have to do. Be like, Angie, you staying after class. Thank you.
Exactly.
You're not in
Yes.
trouble, darling. This is extra credit.
It's like, can we talk? Can we talk?
Yes.
Separate hearts. Well, with
No,
that
that song
said,
is
I can
so.
tell you what I am. I'm just ready for this. I'm just ready for the weekend. It's interesting. I'm ready
Yeah,
for the weekend. I feels like this week has been a week where the more I have tried to catch up, the less I've caught up. And I'm like, what
absolutely.
is up with this? And I know we're getting ready to go into retrograde, right? Isn't that coming up
Yes,
soon?
that's happening very soon.
So you think this is maybe part of that
It
feeling?
is. It is that whole ordeal. Matter of fact, I've had to fight myself. I was like, okay, should I do the workout this morning or shouldn't I do the workout this morning? Should I go ahead and get up or should I just lay here just a little bit longer? And I'm just like, I'm the only person that I'm doing this to. Why don't I get my butt up? Let's do this yoga. The yoga, I'm back on P90X. So I'm getting back into that routine. What did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? So I did the yoga X thinking that, oh, this is going to be 30 minutes. This sucker was almost 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I said, and you talk about sweating. And the whole time I'm like, okay, I'm seeing what side I'm stronger on, what side I'm not. And he talking about clear your mind. I can't clear nothing. I'm trying to hold myself up. I'm trying to get this back to get to that foot that you told me to stretch all the way out to touch that toe. I'm trying to get all of this. So yeah, the retrograde is actually going to be on the 18th.
Hmm.
On the 18th.
Yeah. So
And
we're
I'm
probably
already
feeling some
feeling
energy.
the effects now.
Yeah. I kind of suspect that. I wonder if that's probably what's going on, because it's like I just feel like I'm just and the technology issues I was telling you. We did some videos, and out of the
Yeah.
12 videos that were recorded, all within one stream, a continuous stream, by the way, continuous stream from the meeting,
Yeah.
and one of them in the very middle wound up going elsewhere, and it was sitting up in the cloud someplace for no reason whatsoever. I've been following the same procedure the entire time, and it wound up in the cloud and it recorded in a very different way. I had to go searching for it because I'm like, I know we did that reading. I mean, it
Yes.
was crazy. So it's just like the technology is already starting to show us something. But there's
Yeah.
isn't with retrograde. Don't you also get revelations? Isn't there something about you get
Yeah.
things revealed or
It's
something?
the RE.
Hmm.
The RE. And put that in front of that's what's happening. You re-evaluate and you know when you need to relax, get your energy back together, all of this stuff. I mean, it's heavy energy, but especially when you are in tune and
Hmm.
you are in alignment with the universe, you're going to feel everything a lot quicker before anybody else anyways. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are feeling it beforehand. I know that is my Mercury is the planet that rules my zodiac. So
Mhm.
and Gemini. So we always feel whenever Mercury is doing whatever Mercury wants to do.
Which is the combative planet? Is that Mars, or is that
Mars.
Mars? Okay. So what is Mercury? What is Mercury's big thing?
Mercury big thing is communication.
Communication. Okay.
Communication is the main thing, and it's Wednesday. That day is Mercury day. That's why you see a lot of hump days, or they do a lot of meetings, or a
Uh-huh.
lot of things come out on Wednesday, because it's a communication, and it's to I would say this, when it's in the middle of the week, what are you doing? You're getting your energy back together so you can get to the end of the week, right? Because
Exactly.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was a little, it could be crazy, but then you have the rest of the week. So you have this little pause. That's why Wednesday is like, all right, realignment, uh, communicating. Even I would say experiencing for me doing meditation and
Mhm.
connecting with ancestors, connecting with loved ones, connecting with spirit guides and things like that. I
Mhm.
choose a Wednesday
Because it's
because the
open.
communication is more open
Oh,
you
cool.
know
I didn't think about that.
yeah,
Interesting. Maybe I should do more readings on that day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
Mm.
why our podcast comes out.
That's
Each
right.
episode comes out on every Wednesday.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah. So,
Now
yeah.
we know.
Hey, Bonnie. Yes. Yeah. Technology. Yeah. So, and Jupiter represents, which is today, it's all about expansion. It's all about abundance. It's all about, elevation, success, things like that. And things that's evolving around financial or
Mhm.
finances.
Yeah.
So, Thursdays, if I talk about this all the time, but Thursdays is great days to work with green candles, money
Mhm.
candles, doing money intentions, things like that.
So then what's Monday? What's so each of the days, Monday through Friday, what should we not do, or what should we
Hold
do?
on, I got my book,
I
child.
guess
I got my.
you wrote the book. Wait, you wrote the book.
You know, I have. Let's see, that's the moon. I have a little tabs. Okay, so Sundays are the sun, of course.
Mhm.
Sunday, you know, um, and the colors for the sun is orange and or yellow, which is great. Um, Mondays our moon is the moon.
Mhm.
Monday, you know. So Mondays are, you might want to do candle stuff with on Mondays, doing purity, spirituality, cleansing, psychic abilities, or lunar things or lunar work on Monday. Tuesday, of course, is Mars, and it is awesome, and that is red, you know, which is your color. And that's physical energy, passion, strength, sexuality, and ambitions. Of course, Wednesday is Mercury, like we were talking about. Thursday is Jupiter. Friday is Venus. So
So Jupiter is for what?
Jupiter is good for luck, expansion, growth, influence, and accomplishments.
Okay.
Yeah. And Venus for Fridays is fertility, also money, prosperity, healing, and feminine energy. So
Nice.
also on Tuesdays, it's like that masculine energies. It's like,
Mhm.
all right, we're getting things done. Let's be in action. And then
Which is nice. Yeah,
Friday,
red, which is an action color.
yeah.
Yeah.
Friday also is can be Earth too,
Mhm.
dealing with feminine energy. And then Saturday, of course, is Saturn. And that's all about law. That's all about renewal, transformation, endings as well, because that's the end of the week,
Right.
supposedly, you know,
Yeah.
because the first of the week is a Sunday,
Mhm.
you know. So, yeah, I
Cool
be
beans.
writing my little stuff down, child.
I hear you. I hear
Y'all
you.
don't know, this is a whole notebook I done finished. Now I need to do another one. Ain't no more pages. Ain't no clear pages in here no more.
Shauna's a scribe. Shauna is a note taker.
I
So
am a note
yeah.
taker, and if they take away notebooks, I can't do this too much or do this too much. I got to either I talk it and I'm like, that's not what I said, because it's
Mhm.
always autocorrect.
Yeah. I sat down the other day and was writing some notes, and I read my handwriting, and I'm like, man, you gotta write some more because it's like it wasn't I was illegible.
Yeah,
I'm like, what in the hell was I saying? I don't even know what I was writing. I don't
yeah,
even know what this could be. And I try to figure out what it could even possibly be, and I'm thinking, I
right,
haven't a clue. You know, and as
right.
bad as my typos. My typos are
You know,
just
we love you for your typos.
vocabulary, right? I should give a lesson on just understanding typos and vocabulary because it's like
Yeah,
crazy. And yet, when I wrote, I thought, even with my messy typos, I can still figure them out. I can't with the writing. I couldn't even get that. I'm like, Lord, I don't even know. I don't even know what I was saying. I'm like, whatever.
no, I love notes. It's just now when I'm in a hurry, I had to change up my writing style like a long time ago, because if I'm in a hurry, I will write in cursive. And
Mm-hmm.
then, or if I'm writing so fast, I'm like, what the hell did I just write? What was that? Or even I go back to it, and then I'm like, you know what? Bump this. I'm gonna write in all caps. So now I write in all caps. So to be very clear, whoever else reads this, here's the clear instructions.
That probably would work for me and get me out because when I print like here, like see, train your body
Oh,
and all caps, see it's clear.
yeah.
Now look at that cursive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that
Oh,
cursive is, but your print is nice. Your print
uh,
is amazing.
exactly.
It's
Yeah, the print is
wonderful.
good. The cursive is like, mm, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now
yeah, you're right.
Kenny's
Maybe I should stay
cursive.
with the large caps.
Yeah, Kenny's cursive. I feel like it's hospital cursive. It's doctor cursive, and I'm like, what was the whatever.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Because
interesting.
he writes like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. My mother has the most beautiful cursive handwriting. When I
Oh
look at her,
yeah.
I look at, I'm like, this is art. She just has such a beautiful flow
Yes.
as she writes, and I thought, man, I wish I could do that. I don't know if I go too fast or whether I don't know. I don't have the patience. I'm like, just get through it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if like so my mom, how she writes is so beautiful. I
Mhm,
mean, and it's slanted, it's flow. And even if she's printing, it's flow. And it's
mhm.
so I'm like, man, Ma, you got some pretty handwriting. You really do. My grandma has some good handwriting, and all she do is write cursive. Because that's the way she grew up, was cursive. You know, when she got a print, she hates it. She be talking so much mess. And I'm like, Grandma, just write it how you want to write it then.
Yeah.
They don't get it. You want me to write it for you? Yeah, that's how she tricks you, for you to write the stuff out for her. But I love reading in cursive.
Hmm.
Like nice cursive, not scribble.
Yeah.
Nice cursive.
Exactly. Yeah, because you can appreciate that. It's interesting because I don't know why they got away from that in schools, but
Yeah,
I certainly, I'm like, you guys need to get, to me, that's just, it's such a beautiful thing to see
it
a well-written
is.
cursive letter,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, don't call it cursive. Call it script, because that's what it is on
yeah,
in Microsoft or in whatever now, in
exactly.
font. So call it script. But cursive writing is beautiful writing. It's so old school, and it gives like that appreciation that you took time to write it out.
Exactly.
And it's more meaningful to me.
Yeah. No, yeah.
There's people out here that got some beautiful print writing too.
Hmm.
You know, I went through a phase in school to figure out, hey, how do I want to write for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And then with accounting, learning and had to write in them little bitty boxes and things
Hmm.
like that. Yeah, I had to write like I had some sense. Because the professor had to read it. But it was the pens too. I was a stickler for pens. It was those fine ballpoint pens,
Hmm.
because it's just nice lines and everything. But yeah, I think they are getting back into. I know some schools are getting back into cursive writing, making that
Hmm.
like official, like learning how to do it.
I think
Because
it'd be
we
nice to
had
do.
worksheets to work with.
Yeah, I remember you used to have those little things you'd have, and you just had to have draw over top of the A and draw over top
Yeah,
of the B, and that's how you kind of learn by drawing over top of the previous, so
the
therefore you
capital letter
history.
and the little letter, and then
Oh yeah.
you had to trace over it, and then right beside it's a space, and then you had to write it yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember them worksheets.
Oh yeah,
And you had to
absolutely.
stay within the lines. You couldn't go no bigger, no,
Exactly.
no
You
small.
get deducted points if you did that. You had to
Yep.
keep it in between lines, not on the line, in between. So
In between. In between.
exactly. Well, who is
Yes.
out here, Miss Shauna, that we should read for? Folks, what is
Wow.
the reading?
Yeah, we've been gibbering.
Exactly.
We've been gibbering. And if y'all haven't already, please share us out. We greatly appreciate it.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Knokomov Illich.
Hmm?
Knokomov Illich. That is how you say it. I don't know.
Oh, well, there we go. Because I was like, what?
I know.
I didn't know what you were saying.
What you call me? What you call me?
I was like, who's in the village?
Any insights is appreciated. I'm open to messages. The first thing I got from you, Knokimov. Is that anyway? The first
Nakamo.
thing, I'll just call you Knock. Hey, Knock. The first thing I got for you, and not disrespectful, just it's easier to say it so I don't mess it up. So,
Yes.
Knock, the first thing I'm getting for you is stop forum shopping. Knock, you are the kind who will ask 20 people their
Yes,
advice.
I got the same thing.
Exactly. 20 people their advice just to get the one person who will tell you what you already want to do here. And that does
Absolutely.
not serve you well. If you're truly looking for information, find a few sources whom you trust and use them, because the forum shopping, it's just like, it's like, okay, you will eventually stumble. Remember, a broken clock is right twice a day. You will finally find somebody who will tell you what you want to know, but that doesn't mean they're right. It just means they're feeding into your preconceived notions and what you were hoping to find. So do me a favor, first and foremost, find what resonates with you, find who resonates with you as you look for advice, and then make a notation of who they are. And it doesn't hurt to keep looking to feel for who resonates with you, but asking 10 billion people the same question is not going to give you the right answer. It's going to give you answers. Answers and right answers are far
Yes.
different from each other. Now, the one thing I get from you is I feel like you are a very metaphysically inclined person, and I do feel like you have a very good gift of communicating with your spirit guides. You don't really know it, I don't think, as much as you should, but they communicate with you and you pick it up. The question is you don't always like what you hear, and that's then you go out and you say, oh, I need somebody else to tell me this. I need somebody else to tell me this. And then you, again, forum shop until you get the answer that you want. So if you really want answers, make sure that you open your mind to saying, hey, is what I'm getting real? And again, they're talking to you in various ways. You need to listen, and have confidence that what you're getting is real. And then secondly, again, limit it so where you cut the noise out, because the problem is as you forum shop, you're getting the right answers, you're getting the wrong answers, and then you're getting your answers, and again, you're not serving yourself well. So you do have the good fortune to stumble across some good folks, but you've had the bad fortune or misfortune to stumble across folks who don't know what the hell they're doing. And I'm not putting down any reader specific. I'm not putting down any friend specific, because I'm not talking only readers. I'm talking friends. I'm talking associates. Again, when you're forum shopping to everybody who can give you advice, but you don't want their advice right now. Again, you're wanting them to confirm what you're thinking, and that's not always in your best interest. So again, find yourself you can have the same group of people. Just make sure you put in your head, oh, this is my go-to when I really want the right answer, because they tend to align with me more.
Boom.
And the way you do it, of course, is by doing what we do all the time. If we have people come in and read with us, and if they don't align with us that day, that doesn't mean they don't align with us always. It just means on that day. But most often, once they align, they come back over and over, because they're like, you know what, this person has that connection. We've got that connection. And that energy connection is important. And the same thing with your friends. You know which friends to trust. You know which friends give you bad advice.
Right.
Friends who will blow smoke up your butt, and they'll tell you, you say, you know what, I want to go jump off a cliff. Oh, you know what? I think it's in your right interest. I'm so glad you want to. I support you 100%. That's not what I wanted. I needed you to tell me not to do it. That's the friend. And it's like, so you know.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Doggone it.
What else you got, Miss Shawn?
I mean, this is only going to confirm what you already said, because I promise you, the first card that came out was the freaking Hierophant, and right beside it is the Five of Swords. So it's saying the same thing. You need to. Here's the thing: ask the universe to align you with the right person. It only takes one. That's it, and that person is going to give you all the information that you need. Here's the thing: it's not that you need guidance and not a yes man or a yes woman. You need just guidance. And then it's coming right back to you of you trusting your intuition, coming right back to you trusting yourself. Now, I can see where it gets frustrating when you're picking from someone and everybody else. I was going to say the same thing. It's like okay, so they didn't tell me what I needed to hear. Let me go over here and see if they can tell me what I need to hear. Okay, they didn't tell me what I needed to hear. No. And then they did tell me what I need to hear, but I'm questioning if the source is correct or not. So you don't need a bunch of yes men. To the point, okay? Get focused with this 8 of coins here. Get focused on your skills. Hone into your abilities, because your abilities are strong when it comes to the metaphysical, okay? Trust yourself. That's the main thing. Trust yourself, because your gut and what your intuition is telling you is 9 times out of 10 the right thing.
Absolutely.
The right thing. By asking 1,500 people the same question over and over again, and you get 1,500 different answers, it's like, okay, what do I need to do? Get back into focus. Focus on what you are doing. Okay. 4 of cups here. This 4 of cups is, I feel like there is boredom somewhere, but I also feel like you're missing out on your blessing when Spirit is trying to hand you what you've asking for, and you're so wrapped up of of these other cups. It's like, okay, hello. Do you not want to? Here's this opportunity here. Do you not want to? I'm here. I can't yell too much louder because I'm going to lose my voice. And you're going to miss this opportunity or miss this blessing by you catching up on something else. Now, the great thing about this, after we done preached at you and whooped you a little bit, you got the Ace of Cups here. This is about you understanding that your cup is overflowing, but you pouring into that. Also, Spirit is pouring into you. But I feel like there's a great, something great is about to happen for you. I feel more of a blessing of you filling that cup up. Oh, wow. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Emperor. I mean, hello. Hello. So I'm also getting, stop telling everybody your business. Stop telling everybody your business or your ideas. A lot of times you need to zip it and move quietly. You know what I mean? Instead of letting the world know how you moving, what you trying to do or anything. But stay busy. I feel like there are some blessings definitely financially coming in. You pouring back into self-love, success coming through as well, but you're gaining your control. You're in the driver's. You are the one that has the authority. Okay? So, stop letting the world know what your plans are. That's the thing. A lot of times when you tell people what your plans are, they sabotage them for you without you even knowing it. So, in this case, shh, tell everybody your stuff.
Exactly.
I heard the spirit of hush creeping. Yeah. Yes, Angie.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta zip it up because others are not feeling, or they may be jealous. They may be doing all that stuff. So you never know. And they
Yep.
not, a lot of people, and it could be your friends, it could be your so-called friends that's close to you, and say, we want to see you win, but on low key, they don't. They don't care that you win or not. They want to stay. They want you to stay where you are because that's where they are. Or it's like, no, I'm gonna get there before you are, before you do.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's interesting. I read something. I think I read it. No, I think I heard it. I heard it the other day, and I thought, how cool is this? And it's like it's fascinating. If we again, you should always want your friends to succeed, because when your friends are succeeding, they're lifting the tide for all of you, for everybody, because again, their energy bleeds off. If they're good friends, their energy bleeds off on you guys.
Right.
And so when you have a friend that's doing well, often you find for some reason the energy is out there for all of them because it's part of the group, and then everybody's boat rises. And it's fascinating because somebody once said the other day, they and I'm almost certain they posted a video, and it says something like, if you are the strongest person in your gym, get a new gym.
Absolutely.
Because again, you don't always want to be, you want to be striving to be better and move forward and all those things. But if you are already there, then it's like, okay, what are you doing there? It's like again, you kind of, and that's why you with groups, you want them to rise, because you want to be, you're hoping your boat rises with them and their boat rises with you, and they all rise together. If you are so on top of everything from everybody else, then you're in the wrong group, because you need to be with people who raise the tide for you. So it's it's interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what we got for you. Next, Miss Shawna, who do you think next?
What about Toya? Toya Lewis.
Okay, let's do Toya.
Toya.
I like that
name. Since we with the northern names right now.
Exactly. Toya, do you have a young granddaughter? Is it a daughter, a young granddaughter? Because I'm seeing you sitting there braiding her hair. Do you braid your daughter or your granddaughter's hair? because I'm seeing this young girl and I'm seeing this braiding. I'm like braiding, and I don't think it's a metaphor. I think it's actually braiding. I think it's actually sitting there watching you braid hair. Does that? Are you here? By the way, I guess we should have asked
Oh
that
yeah,
question.
right.
Are
Toya,
you
are
still
you
here?
here? We went right in.
Exactly. To do. Man, I tell you what, the delay on Facebook versus YouTube the other day
Yeah,
was ridiculous.
I
It was
bet.
so slow, and yet YouTube was like pop, 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 pop. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she's not here. Maybe she left.
Well, I saw it couldn't have been that quick.
Uh, Toya, are you here? Are you?
We'll move on.
Exactly.
Oh
There she is.
no.
No, I don't do hair. Okay, interesting. Because I saw, yeah. Thank you for
Yeah, that's
confirming
that
that. Well,
delay.
the opposite, yeah. But yeah, I see this little girl, and I see you. For some reason, I'm seeing braiding hair. So interesting. Okay, I'm gonna pick up with some more. Go ahead, Miss Shauna.
Oh shoot, I was too busy. Not in it. Not in it. I was
Did you
wondering.
do
I
it?
was like, why do I have these cards? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna ask Toya. Did you do it when you're younger? Because again, I see it, and it's energy. It's your energy. I'm getting your energy. Um, and I just see you. It's like I see through your eyes braiding this young girl's hair. So I don't know. I don't, and it's not a metaphor, but maybe it's not your energy either. But I'm just I get ready to move on. It's like, no, this is you. Go ahead, Shauna.
I
I
love
mean,
when you get hits like that because it just the flow keeps going.
yeah, the processing. It's like, what does this mean? Yeah. So
Right. Well, here's the thing. You have the Nine of Wands, honey. The I don't know why I'm like holding it all the way all up in your face like that.
I was listening to the nails. I'm like, ooh, those are
I was
nice.
like,
Those are nice.
like thank you. But I feel like when it comes to what's going on with you, Toya, I feel like the worst is the worst is over. Stability is ahead of you. Okay. If you're in a situation and you're like, what is going on? What I need a give me a sign. And when it comes to your situation, I feel like stability is like right there. Um and it's like don't give up. Okay, don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing, and keep going. You do have the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands is this energy of taking action for the future. Okay, not just that, but prepping for the future. Um, you know, looking at the bigger picture with this Two of Wands, and really staying focused on the destination. What is it? And instead of it being, oh, I gotta go deal with this over here, I gotta deal with this over here, and then this keeps getting pushed back to the back burner. It's like stay focused, stay on your path. Okay. If you feel like you're deviating from it, get right back on it and understand that just know this: the worst is over. Now the rest is smooth sailing. So now it's time to plan for what you need to be doing. Plan for um, accomplishing these goals, or taking advantage of what you got going on. You do have the Justice card here. I love this Justice card because look how beautiful this Justice card is.
Mhm.
It represents strongness, but it's also this is that Libra energy. And it's about bringing balance, but not afraid to pick that sword up and do what it needs to do with that sword, um but I do feel like there is balance coming in. There's fairness coming in for you. And there is also some type of settlement that is going to be reached. Um, Whatever that means to you. But there is like a literally a settlement coming together for you. You do have the Page of Wands. Great energy here. This is newfound energy, young energy here. And this is where honesty comes through. But I also feel with this Page of Wands is, are you ready for leveling up? I feel like there's going to be an upgrade in your life of some sort. You do have the the King of Swords here. Um, this is nothing but leadership. Okay, this is taking the role of becoming a leader, or stepping in the role of being a leader that you are. And being more direct, and being very straightforward. Listen, the King of Swords is very mature, very wise, um, very intelligent, and it's just that take charge type of leader. So this is the energy I'm getting from you. And it's like you need to step into that if you haven't already. But get ready for it, because you may be stepping into that. Some type of like, executive or managerial type of role. Like somebody that is that leader, and you're getting the recognition of that. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, because I was just reading the cards how they came. So back to doing braids.
No, she said she didn't do it. She said she combed their hair, but her kids' hair, but she didn't do the braids.
Oh, okay.
So I get that energy cannot be for her, because again, I'm actually seeing, and it's not tight braids. It's like just this loose kind of like, but I do see it, So it's like it's interesting. So good.
There you go. There you go. Who's next? Who you pick?
Good question. Good question. How about Gail Navalis?
Oh, that's a name.
Is it Gel?
Hey, Angel Eyes.
Gel. Yeah. Absolutely. Gel, do you have a specific question, or you're just looking for general information? I was getting that old the doo-dah day. Are you in a rut? Are you in like a loop? I feel like that says, oh, the doo-dah day, do-da-doo-dah day, do-da-doo-dah day. So as soon as I picked your name, I was getting this energy of feeling like you're in a rut, feeling like you need something to break free. You need something to break and go beyond or something. And why are you letting this, my question to you is, why are you letting this happen? Because what I'm feeling is that you know how to break free from this. I hate to use the word monotony, but I do feel it's like in a way monotonous, because you're like, I need something different. I need a jolt. I need something to like shock the senses or something. And so go back to the question: what are you doing to shake things up? Why are you letting things stay this way? You can have the same job and go there 20. You can go to the job for 20 years and yet do a different job each day, because again, the way in which you approach your job. You can do everything. You can still find newness in it. So why aren't you bringing that? What's keeping you from bringing that new energy in? What's keeping you from finding fresh new energy? Everybody you connect to, you meet somebody, that brings a new energy in. You have to open yourself up to allowing new experiences, because I do feel that part of this monotony, part of this rat race situation that you kind of find yourself in, is a bit self-imposed, because again, you don't find the fresh and new. You're just you focus on, I'm doing the same thing. Well, you can do the same thing and do it different. You can do the same thing in different ways and accomplish the mission and still live a more fulfilling life. So part of this is laying at your doorstep, in my opinion. What do you have, Miss Shawna?
We do have the magician here, okay, and the magician is you underestimating what you can do, um, and at the same time, it's like, listen, you can manifest anything that's and make it come into reality, and instead of being in this slump. I just feel like the energy just went womp womp womp, you know, and it's like, why are you letting it go womp womp? Wait a minute,
Mhm.
type of thing, you know. Um, is it jail Gail? I also feel like you got to get your energy levels back up and know that you got to start climbing this ladder with this three of wands here, okay? And with the three of wands, it's elevation. It's like, all right, you ready for this next level. Unbeknownst to you, you are. I feel like it's a lot of ego, a lot of pride is telling you that it's that mind thing. Oh, you know what? There is a great podcast that you need to listen to, and that is Conversations for the Conscious Mind. And the episode that you need to watch is Self Sabotage. Okay, because it's like you're holding your own self back. Okay, you're holding your own self back. So keep lifting yourself up because spirit is ready to elevate you. Spirit is ready to move you, but you need to understand what your potential is. You have it. You have it, and it's right there. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to take its time of your elevation with this Knight of Coins. It's nothing going to be fast. It's going to be nice and steady, okay? Because there's also things that you need to learn along the way to get you to that ultimate goal of yours, okay?
Mhm.
Now, this is a journey. It's going to feel lonely. Eight of Cups is definitely going to feel lonely, but you're not alone. Not alone whatsoever, okay? And you don't need to take everything with you along this journey. Take what you need and just move on. But at the end of it, oh, I love this justice card that is coming up. That it is equal. It's like you finally being honest with yourself. You finally being honest about the situation. But it's also this is a fair, equal thing that's going to be happening for you. And it's balance. I feel like that's what this journey is about for you. It's about balance. So, hey, know who you are, okay? Know what you're capable of, and stop feeling. Just go listen to this self sabotage, and this is going to explain. It's not a long listen. It's just going to explain, you know, what's the signs and how to deal with it. That's it.
Mhm.
Okay.
And Joe, one more question: are you looking at moving? Are you again? Are you looking at moving? Are you looking at changing locations like city, or just maybe inside the city, or are you even looking at maybe changing careers? Do you work? I get it, like a work at home situation. Do you do some work at home? And again, are you looking at career? Joe, you can Joe or Gal Navales, you can respond. Let us know. Give us some feedback. But I'm picking up a need for a move, and maybe that's part of that breaking out of the monotony or that rat race. Is getting moving. So are you looking at moving? Are you looking at changing jobs, location, changing cities? Are you looking at maybe moving to a different town and city or whatever? Um, what's happening there with you? Hey, Brittany Kittle, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everybody. By the way, if I haven't said it sooner, welcome in. We appreciate everybody. And don't forget, this is the July 4th weekend, so we're sending you happy July 4th weekend celebrations. I forgot how cool that one was. I made that one a long time ago, and I pulled it out of the old archives. I'm gonna play it one more time because I kind of like that. Anyway, yeah, you said, yes, I'm looking to change a career. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for another job in city. Yeah, no, I got that energy. And that's why we get back to the rat race in the beginning. Is like, you can make a change. You have to make the change. You definitely, you need to shake things up, because again, you're not finding the excitement in the moment. You're not finding excitement in what it is you're doing. You're kind of in a space that is it's just you. And again, I think it is super important to make that change, because when you do, again, you bring new life, you bring new energy, you bring new, I don't know, just, and I think one of the video you probably want to look at is probably two videos. This one here too, by the way. This is one of this is season 1, episode 2, and this is quieting self-doubt. And I think part of the problem you have is self-doubt when you're looking for a new opportunity or new position. So make sure that you are not your own worst enemy. Make sure that you appreciate what you have to offer. Make sure you truly understand the width of your experience, and then get out there and make yourself available, and you're going to find what you're looking for. Don't settle. Don't settle no matter what. And then here's 4 guiding principles of life. And I think that these 4 guiding principles of life will help you to kind of navigate the things that you should focus on when you're looking for the job and the location you're moving to. Look at these 4 principles and make sure that they are all met by this. You don't want to get in a situation where you take a leap and then you realize, man, that didn't work out well. That's not really what I really wanted. Again, it's easy to do that, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to find something that's going to last for quite a while. Angie says, "Oh, that was nice," and I wish I was about to say, "Play it again." Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. So anyway, yeah. So yes, I think that yes, I again keep looking, find this new opportunity, and I do see it in a different place. I don't see it where you are. I see it in a different city. So get out there, shake the trees, and find yourself in a new place. Do you have a new daughter? Do you have a young daughter? Because I'm picking up a young daughter. Is she part of the equation, or is she a niece? Is she your daughter, or is she your niece? Because I see a very young girl who you're connected to. So is this a daughter? And so is it will be looking at education, places where you move will have also, you have to look at their education. Or is this a niece? She's very prominent, but yet she's young. And she's important to you, but I can't make that connection. There's a little nexus there that's missing for me in the reading about whether she's a daughter or a niece. But I do see a young child, a young girl, very young girl. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the lay wind. I have a daughter. Oh, she passed away. That's the energy I was getting. Okay, yeah. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah. Yeah. And she's like a roundish face. She had dark hair, a beautiful smile, very precocious, wonderful energy. And she was the love of she really was one of the loves of your life. I mean, you doted on her. You doted on her. Wow. Sorry to hear that loss. Because she was coming in. The picture was coming in as I was reading with this and about the change and so forth, and why she was. So is the change, is maybe the change part of the reason the change is to get away from, did you lose her in the place where you are now, and therefore part of the change would be getting away from, just kind of getting a start so where the memories aren't so fresh? Because that's right here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She had big eyes. She had big eyes. I like just the big, beautiful eyes and a great beaming smile. Oh my gosh. And she had dark hair, correct? I mean, I'm getting the dark hair. I'm getting this roundish face, dark hair, eyes, and a big beaming smile. Was she a bit chunky? Because I'm getting she was, how big young people carry a little bit, Yeah, she had around, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I see her clearly. I see this child clearly, and so full of energy and love. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Bonnie says you can't leave grief. Yeah, grief will go with you. Sorry to hear about the passing and man, yeah, that's a hard one. Big eye. Yeah. No, she's something else. She'll be with you. She'll always be with you. She's with you now. She's always going to be with you. So whenever you want to feel, and don't be surprised if she's going to show up from time to time when you're in these she's always going to be there. But when you need somebody, when you need a loving touch, don't be surprised if she's there and you feel her, you smell her, you make it a sense of a smell and say, oh my God, that reminds me of my daughter. That's your daughter. Don't be surprised if she did something like she come up and she hugged your leg, and then now you feel her hugging your leg. Don't be surprised if that happens, because again, that's how they let us know they're there. So when you think that you are getting her, getting her essence, it's really her essence, and she's really letting you know that she's there. And yeah, I saw the chubbiness. I just saw this chubby little girl. She's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she's there with you. She's there with you, and she surrounds you. And her energy is here with us because, again, I'm picking up her vision. I don't usually get visuals, but I'm getting a very visual about this child, and I've given that, and you've confirmed that. So yeah, she's here with you right now. So while you're going through this processing, she's in your head. She's around you. She's there with you. Okay. Yeah, you dream of her, and she's always hugging you. That's wonderful. Yeah, so that's wonderful. And if you're seeing her in the dreams, though, that's again a way in which she's communicating with you. So listen to her, listen to what she says in the dreams. If it's not just the hugs, because she may be conveying information you need to hear, and that's maybe one of the ways in which she finds it easier to communicate with you is in dreams. So know that when she's visiting your dreams, maybe they're not just dreams; they are conduits for information. Okay. But again, know you were loved, and she loved you. She loved you dearly. That was no question at all. Otherwise, she wouldn't be coming back and visiting. Yeah, she would. Be honest with you, they all come back and visit. Even when they don't love you, they still come back and visit. It's crazy how energies do that. Spirits can be, you can have a conflict with somebody in this world, in this lifetime. And when you pass, they don't live on that. They don't live on this plane of I'm not going to ever talk to you again. They don't work that way. It's interesting. When you move on, your spirits often get over those things are petty. They realize at that point that's in the long term means nothing. So so they always come back. But when they love you, they come back definitely more and stronger. That's for sure. Anything else to add, Miss Shawna?
Well, I did get the death card that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Just understanding that the changes that need to be made is him.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to make those changes, but changes and the death card is always a good card to have, but there's transformation is, in my opinion,
Yeah.
death card is also good because it's not the tower card. You're not getting hit upside the head with a 2x4 or hit in your butt with a 2x4. It's you're the one that's making the necessary changes
Yeah.
and making it happen. So that was just based off of that the career.
Yeah. And again, death card in tarot does not always mean death. So
No.
Make sure that we clear that. So because we're talking about death as well, and so the death card means change. When you get it, it often means change, and it means you are creating change. You create the change. The Tower card is the environment has a change coming your way, and you can use it or not. You can fight against it, whatever, but you don't much have a control over that change. But the Death card, when Shawna's talking about that, that's a change that you somehow created or instituted or somehow have control over. Okay.
Right.
Making sure we understand, so people, because sometimes people are like, oh my God, you see the death card and they panic. I'm like, don't panic. It doesn't mean necessarily death, So
No. I should have been nicer when I said it, child, but I just feel like when the death card pops up in certain situations, it's like, oh, yes. And it's the changes you have made,
Yes.
or the changes you need to make that is going to propel you forward.
Absolutely. I said, well, blessings, Gail. Keep us updated.
Yes,
Let us know as the process goes through. Again, get your resume out there. Get looking. You will find something. It will be in a different city. I totally get that. And you're going to find something that's going to bring you some change of the monotony, because I do feel like there's a monotony that you're feeling, and it's like you need to break that monotony, as well as it'll help you process better with what you're going through with the grief. That's going to, and they always say, it gets easier. BS. It doesn't get easier. What happens? And I mean, I haven't lost a child, but I did lose a parent. And when you lose somebody like that, what happens is you learn to deal with it and process it over time a little differently. So where it's not as raw, but you still feel that. And there's times where I'm feeling, and when my dad comes visit me sometimes in the evening, even though he's on the other side, when I say visits, he actually comes and he'll stop by. And and it's wonderful because I'm blessed that he can do that. And I'm able to pick that up. But at the same time, when when you're not somebody who's as connected in spirit, when they come to visit you, and all of a sudden you get a flashback of a memory or a flooding, and all of a sudden you're back there in that same day, that same moment. So it's not it gets easier, because I hate when people say that, and I shouldn't hate anything. I don't hate, but when people say that, I think it's just so very basic to say it gets easier. It doesn't. It's just that
It
you
doesn't.
process it a little differently because it's not as raw. It's not as fresh. But there are times where even that rawness comes back, and you're like, oh my God, I'm right back at that moment, and so
Yeah.
that, and you are human, and this is natural. So don't think, oh my gosh, I should move on. You'll move on your time. And again, you don't move on, you process in your due time. You don't move on, you just
Hmm.
process.
That's
And
the,
I'm
I
stopping with what I'm
totally
saying. I
understand
wish I
that.
could say it better, but I just can't. I don't have the words.
Right. I
You're
totally
saying,
understand it because I haven't lost no child or anything, but as far as in a parent, yeah. Even
Mhm.
though other people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm there for you," and da 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 this, it's like you're not going through it like I'm going through it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
especially when you're so close,
Hmm.
and it's a connection that you. But hey, I get visits from my dad all the time in my dreams,
Yeah.
and it'd be some random stuff. I'm like, Dad, what the heck? What? Okay, but it's
Yeah.
always things that I've always wanted to do with my dad. We end up doing them in my dream.
Yep.
Like, and that's just and then I don't feel so bad when I actually am doing it and I'm missing him. I'm like, me and Dad already did this, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I've told you, you've heard this one. Most people who have watched me for any period of time know that my dad, when I need to go astro traveling, my dad
Mhm.
takes me. I call him in, and he takes me astro traveling. Because if I
Mhm.
need to be someplace specific, if I need to just kind of get out and see the world when I do
Mhm.
astro traveling at night, I don't need that. But if I need to go somewhere specific for someone specific, I don't trust myself enough. And so I call
Mhm.
my dad and say, Dad, take me. And remember, he took me to Libby
Yeah.
and had that experience. And he also, my dad was blessed me with my dad never gave me business advice. He never told me how to manage my money or how to handle my career. He just was not that guy, because he was on his own path, and he never did that. So, and my mom, the different story. My dad, no, that was like, son, I have total faith in you. You have very good judgment, blah, blah, blah. That,
Mhm.
I should have questioned his judgment when he said that. But anyway, but the reality is that my dad was never one to tell me about my business choices, or whatever. And yet one day, 2 days in one week, a Monday and a Thursday night, he came in and told me to sell my business, sell
Mm.
my properties. And he came in on Wednesday and a Monday and a Thursday. And it's interesting because on Friday, the Friday after that, my mom called me and she said, I can tell you, but your brother and sister think I'm crazy, but I can tell you. And so, and she told me that my dad had visited her, and I said, really? And she said, yeah, twice. And I said, which days were they? And she told me
Uh-huh.
Monday night and Thursday night, the same nights he visited me. And he visited her and told her to sell her house at that time.
Oh wow.
And she had lived there in the house after him about 4 years after he
Mhm.
passed, and she really wanted to keep up the house. And she had, in her mind, she's like, I know eventually you need to give it up, but I didn't want to. She felt guilt. She felt some guilt that she was giving up on something they built together, because they actually physically built their house. They actually hammered the nails, laid the concrete. They designed it, everything. They built it. So there wasn't somebody built it for them. They
Mm.
physically built their house. And so she was thinking that maybe she had failed him. And he came and said, no, you need to sell it now. And then sure enough, after she got it, she put it out there, got under contract, got twice the money she thought she would, full price cash offer, no inspections, closed
Oh
30 days,
wow.
easy, right? Which is the golden ticket. I mean, just crazy. And then the day 2 days before she went to closing, the interest rates started climbing. This is in 2022.
Wow.
You can check me out. 2020, March 2022. The interest rates started climbing, and they climbed and climbed and climbed, and the entire real estate market changed. And now,
Mhm.
where she used to live, you can't get that price for that house anymore.
Mm.
It's so much cheaper. I mean, you if you had that money now, you can get a whole lot more for a whole lot less. But because of the timing in the marketplace, my dad saved both of our bacons, because I sold off my properties in Houston. We
Mm-hmm.
turned and walked away, and we're happy with that. And sure enough, again, the prices went this way as the interest rates went this way.
Wow.
So a blessing. The only time he ever gave me business advice, and I'm so glad he did. Yeah. So again, you don't want them to, you'll never want them to go away. They're going to
Oh.
come back and visit you, but as they come back and visit you, there'll be pleasant experiences and they'll be great. And also when they comes back, you deal with somebody like, oh my gosh, I remember. But then you remember, you celebrate the life, celebrate the positive experiences, and that really does help you to refocus in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
heavy.
really does.
Yeah, that's heavy.
It definitely does.
All right, Miss Shawna, who else?
Ooh. Let's see. Ooh. Brittany Kittle?
Brittany Kittle. Hey, Miss Brittany, nice to see you in. How's that young baby of yours, that young sweet baby girl?
Brittany Kittle, are you still here?
Yeah. Brittany. And Brittany, I owe you a book. And I have not forgotten, I promise. And I owe you these. These are my, for those of you who don't know, I wrote a book and it's here someplace. I wrote a book, The Ultimate, I never talk about it much. What am I doing? I'm
Yeah,
terrible.
don't talk
The
about
Ultimate
it.
Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. It's available on Amazon. I wrote the book on it, and Brittany came through when we were doing a drawing, and whoever kind of number closest, whatever, and she won. The night before, she won the book, right?
Uh-huh.
The next day, that was a Wednesday night with me and Angie. The next day, you and I were on, and I offered the same deal, and she and one other won that day, and the other one had bought a book already, and so both of them asked for the cards, and I have the cards right here, and these are the cards from the images from the book, folks. And so this is the book. I created these images myself. Those are my images, and then in the book I have some images that are phenomenal. And so what I did is I took those images. I mean, look at this, crazy, right? And this is for the Awakening the Power Within chapter. And this is my what do you call it, my advertising moment. And then this is the alchemy one. It's called The Science of Transformation, and I created it. And again, these are my images. They're the number, and so people like them so much they asked me to put them on cards, and I did. So these are note cards. So Brittany, I owe you. I haven't forgotten. I still have them, and they're going to come your way, and you will get them. And Angie, I owe Angie 2 T-shirts that are sitting right here that I got about.
Dang, you owing a lot of folks.
I do. Okay. I owe them, and they're sitting right there. My mother's birthday gift is sitting right there. I have a stack of things I got to go to the mail, and I just haven't gotten to it. So I had not forgotten. And then again, there's one other person that won, and I have their notation someplace. I got to find it and send them because they won the note cards as well. So all that to say, Brittany, I didn't forget you. Are you still here, though?
Well, I'm glad I called you on your name, honey.
Exactly. And she says she is here. Good. So let's give Miss Brittany a reading.
Awesome.
And she said the baby's great. That's what the she's great is, the baby. Yeah, I see some of the pictures and she's a cutie.
Aww. Look, that's when you love them in that stage. After then they start growing, you're like, I want to fight you.
Exactly.
Especially when
See
they
you
start
next time,
talking.
Johnny. Thanks for popping in.
The what?
Johnny. She said she'll be back next time. So I was responding.
Ain't that Angel Eyes?
Johnny?
Oh.
Is it? I don't think so. No.
Oh. For some reason, I kept calling it Angel Eyes, but I know it ain't a Johnny. Anyhow.
Maybe she has.
Thanks for stopping in. I don't know what but it was wasn't it Venus Mentality at one time or no?
Is that the same one?
Because she changed her name. Well, no, she lives overseas now. Mm-hmm. Anywho, let's get to Brittany. Brittany, you do have the 10 of Cups.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome. Let's start off the reading. I feel like this is energy of for you to understand that you know the words of because Spirit's like just say the words, and so the words that are coming out is ultimate happiness, and positivity, like literally staying in that energy, but knowing that energy is there for you. That there is much respect, okay, much respect of what you have going on, and there's rewards that you're going to be receiving out of this. Excuse me, out of this. Hold on, try to choke myself out. Um, but joyful things are definitely coming through. Now you do have the Five of Pentacles here, and I feel like this Five of Pentacles is gonna deal with it has something to do with the Mercury retrograde that's coming through. Okay, um, with this Five of Pentacles, I just I feel like there's a lot of giving and not getting. Okay, because of course you have this new baby in effect, this new bundle of joy, so it's a lot of focus on that, but it's also making sure that you have time for yourself, um and being kind of like out out of the mix with everything, because that's what kids do when it's all about you, all about the kids. Hey, you can't do this like you used to anymore. Think life changed completely. Okay, but I also feel like there is things that I feel like you're just not in the loop about any anyways, but that's only temporary. Okay, so you do have the Six of Swords here. This is all about moving forward, moving into something so much better, moving into the situation so much better, instead of feeling like you are being in this stuck feeling. And when you're feeling like you're being in this stuck feeling, the universe or spirit is telling you this is only temporary. I promise you, it's only temporary. Just trust me. Trust the process. Trust how I'm moving you. Okay, and let me take over. And so with this Six of Swords here, they take it over, and you're sitting up here. It's like, all right, let me take what what I've learned. Let me take my experiences. Let me take all what I need, and I put it. You surrendering. That's the words that are coming out. Surrendering your desires and trust that the universe has your back. Okay, so surrender your desires, surrender your needs, and trust that the universe and spirit literally has your back and will provide and will. I also feel like this is the unknown, but know that you are in great hands. Okay, they're not going to put something on you that um you know you can't handle, or it's too heavy for you to handle. You can handle it. You're strong enough to handle it. Okay, you do have the Seven of Swords here. This is great energy of moving forward, and moving in that direction. Um, but things are improving. Okay. Sometimes you gotta compromise, okay, on certain things. And when you compromise on certain things, there's a blessing in disguise. Okay. And when you feel that, like, dang, man, how many times am I gonna compromise with this? How many times am I gonna use uh diplomacy on this? How many times when is it gonna be me? It's coming. It's coming. Okay. You do have the Three of Pentacles. You are being people are recognizing what you are doing. Okay. People are recognizing your work. You are being noticed. But at the same time, don't be afraid to help you ask for help, and ask for a team. But I feel like this is all about staying positive with this Three of Pentacles. And your team is helping you all the way. Four of Swords. Make sure you are getting that rest and not worrying about things. Like I know rest is hard, but it's like that mind is going. When that mind is resting, the body relaxes. Okay? Well, when that mind is relaxed, the body relaxes. That's what I would say. Not when the brain relaxes. Well, the brain is resting. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say with the Four of Swords here. Oh, and the Queen of Wands. This is you. This is the nurturing, the nurturer, making sure everything around you is good and golden, but at the same time not afraid to put in the work. I also feel like if you're not doing it, nothing gets smooth type of energy, but the things are improving. Okay, definitely things are improving for you in a good way. um I feel also that staying focused on the positive regardless, uh even when you don't want to, but stay focused on the positive. Altogether, Nine of Cups. Look at there. That's your last card too. Yeah. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment type of energy, and having getting that confidence back up, boosting your own confidence back up. I feel like you need to elevate your vibrations. Okay. Change your frequency, turn on some music, take a moment to dance, take a moment to move the body, light some incense. Do those things to just elevate your frequency. Okay. And that's going to help you stay in the positive and really, not feel like everything is on you. Okay. This is a new journey for you. But the great thing about it is you're coming out of chaoticness to come into more smoother times here. Okay. So that's what I have.
Fantastic, fantastic, folks. While you are watching us, if you look down to your
Yes.
right hand corner of your screen, there is a very good chance that there is a little subscribe button sitting down there. So if it
Yes.
does exist, click on that button and subscribe. And when you do, make sure you turn the notification bell on because it'll say notifications and click on the all. Therefore, if we post, you'll get a message. If we go live, you'll get a message. And you don't have to
You
ever
get a
track us down
message.
anymore. We send to you the information and then you can make a determination. Am I ready today to hear more? And you click the button. So it's good. So hit that subscribe button
Yes.
for our channel. The other button that's really a wonderful, beautiful, big, beautiful button is that share button. When you share us out, you help us grow our channel, and that we appreciate as well. So we truly do want to share as much information as we can with as many people as is needed. So help us in those two ways. We would truly appreciate it. We don't charge for readings, and again, they have just had an increase of folks who are throwing folks over. We do not commit you for readings. We never approach you and say, hey, we are connected to you. We're drawn to you. So we'd like to do a reading for $527,302.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
a lot.
exactly. It's a lot. I'm worth it. But, anyway, the point
I,
is we
that's
don't do that.
one
Exactly.
reading.
Exactly. Yeah. And for that, you get a free book. Yeah. For $512,000, you get a free book. Yes, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
a
I
free.
think
What
I
else you
consume that.
need?
Exactly. So again, don't fall for the scammers, folks. If
No.
we don't approach you, if you would like a reading from us, all you got to do is hit our information down below. When we don't have a thing posted there, and you will see what it is there. So you can reach out to us and get a private reading. Our private readings are not free though; those do come at a charge, but you'll know them up front.
Yes.
And again, you came to us, so you'll know it's truly us. All right. So thank you for coming in, everybody. Thank you, Brittany. Nice to see you in for sure. I'm glad that the reading was a
Yes.
good one. Let's see, we have time for just one or two more. And
Okay.
there was Amanda Zamora. Amanda Zamora was one that I wrote a note down. Amanda, are you still here? And then another one. Yeah, Amanda, that's the one I was drawn to for some reason. So, and then I see that Ray sent a little post and said, "Hey, can you refer?" So the big beautiful button. Yes, exactly. she a big beautiful button that subscribe. And additionally, folks, don't forget to look for Miss Shawna's materials. I posted them in the captions. Miss Shawna has she created and she was kind of giving you a little hint of that from the materials that she had. She has an astrology adventure planner. And so this astrology adventure planner is for the year. We still have a half a year left, so there's still some value in this. And more importantly, with that, you get every month she gives you the chart that shows the calendar that shows you the significant events and triggers that are happening astrologically, and she gives you a code down below that tells you what they might be. So on the calendar you see them, and then down below it tells you about them. She also then gives you some weekly and monthly homework to do, and that is sometimes it's topics of conversation, things that should jar you, things that should open you up and make you think, and therefore having the conversation with yourself that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise. And so you can do those, but you can schedule on a weekly and monthly basis. You can plan, which I love that. You write your plans and you plan out what you're doing, and then you realize, man, once you start planning out your things, you can then check them off. Absolutely. There you go.
Yep. That's how I was like, when is Mercury retrograde?
Exactly. So when they say you wrote the book on it, Miss Shawna did. Therefore, this book is here. Now, this is the hard copy, and when you order the hard copy, it comes directly from Shawna. There's no middleman. So you will get it from her, and she can autograph the book for you. So this is the link you would use for that. And I will actually take this link and translate it into an HTML client click thing in a minute. The next thing is the e-planner. Now, if you order this one comes to you instantaneously from Miss Shawna to you, and it comes electronically, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down in that sense or waiting for the mail. It's like right there. So you have two options there, which is wonderful. And then she also has a 21-day journal, and it's a manifestation journal, and I'm going to let her tell you about the 21 days.
The 21 days.
Exactly.
The 21 days is so amazing because the reason why I really wanted to touch on 21 days is because that's behind intentional habits. That's what you either start one or you break it, but 21 days is getting you focused. Listen, when you take, I don't know, weight loss pills, it takes 21 days for it to work. Vitamins, it takes 21 days for it to work. But there's a whole blog about this as well that I wrote about the psychology behind it. Why 21 days? 21 days, it builds your confidence. It supports, your emotional type of curve here. So, as most people resist within 7 to 10 days, or resist within those 7 to 10 days. So this is pushing you through that midpoint, and it really teaches you resilience here. Okay, so this 21-day manifestation journal is bomb. It is literally bomb. It holds you accountable. It gives you I give you daily prompts. I give you daily things for you to do, just to stay on focus. It breaks down manifestation. What are you manifestation? Why you want to manifest this? So it's all. This one's not a hard copy. This is electronic. This is a digital, and it's $23.11. And there is a meaning behind the 2311. And it's focus. The number is focused on your personal development. Okay, and it goes beyond, or it is giving you the potential to go beyond the stagnant version of yourself, or it's basically self-improvement. So numbers mean a lot to me. Okay, so when me and Spirit was talking about, okay, how we gonna price this thing, 2311 came up, and I had to look that number. I'm like, well, why? That's such a crazy number. And that's why. So you stop searching for external guidance and you follow your own inner wisdom. So that's what 2311 means. Okay. But 21 days is big. I talk about it all the time. If you following me on TikTok, all the social media stuff, I talk about manifestation. Even on my channel, I talk about manifestation, and breaking manifestation down. A lot of times you kind of get a lot of people that talk about manifestation, they can only give you surface things. I break it down. I break the reason why, and having a better understanding, and then also setting boundaries, things like that. So,
and this is
check it
this is
out.
the video, if I'm not mistaken, for that.
This is the blog.
The blog. Yep, this is the blog.
Yeah,
Okay.
21 days to break a habit. Yeah. But it may be the video. I don't know. It may be the video.
Yeah, I can't recall which it was.
Oh, I
So,
don't know.
no.
I don't know. But either way, go check out the video too of why 21 days. There is a video on the channel talking about it. But I do a couple shorts talking about manifestation and things to break. We're breaking it all down as well. Now, if you need to listen to something while you're driving, while you're cleaning, there is a great conversation between me and Don. This is why it takes us so long to come on the live anyway, because we talk. And so now we put it to use now. So Conversations for the Conscious Mind is a great podcast that me and Don is a part of. And literally we're having conversation about the things that we're talking about right now. So check out the episodes. We on episode 8.
8.
We got 8 episodes up now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all and he's been putting them up in different order. But yeah, we are on Spotify and we are on YouTube.
And this was our very first one. And this one
Yes.
this is the Spotify link. And the Spotify is only audio. The YouTube links are video. So this was our very first one. This is Guiding Principles for Life. And then we did self-doubt, which I mentioned earlier. And then boundaries. The boundary one was really cool, but personal boundaries, And then setbacks to comebacks. That was a cool one too, because the setbacks to comeback is saying, we all fall down from time to time. The question is, what do we do with the falling down? How do we come back from it? And we can. And sometimes we come back bigger and stronger, which I liked. And then mindfulness, and then self-sabotage was the next one. And then time management. And then we just had number 8 has been posted, and I didn't get a QR code done for it yet, so I apologize for that. Anyway, that's with that one. Amanda, are you here? Did you say you were here? Hey, hi Valerie, nice to see you in. I don't see. Yeah, Amanda says she's here. Okay, so now let's do a reading for Amanda. Let me. No, I don't need the cards actually. Amanda, I'm picking up an energy around you. Something's happening in your home life. I'm getting some energy around the home life. Yeah, I'm not picking up on. I'm picking up on home life energy. Is
Are we doing Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to do the cards, and then I picked up on something about home life energy. And is there drama at home? Is there something around the daughter? Is something? If you have a daughter, I'm seeing 2 kids, daughter and son. So do you have something around the daughter? Something happening with the daughter, or what's happening? What's happening at home? So is one? Is only one in school, or are they both in school? No, because I'm picking up the one is younger. Is there a younger one that's not in school? I mean, they're both out of school now. I know at this point because it's summertime. Don't get me wrong, I get that, but I'm like school age, so I guess is because I'm thinking about it. Something about the daughter. Something about the daughter. Focus. Is there a focus issue with the daughter? Is there? Oh, geez. Both are in school. Okay. But she's younger, right? The daughter is younger than the son. Because I'm seeing this again like a stair step. So show me two kids. The son is older, the daughter is younger. Is it again a son and a daughter? Do I have that right as well? And is there only two? Because I'm only seeing two. I'm seeing like a older boy and younger girl. So boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. But I'm seeing like the boy is in the boy. There's casting a shadow on the girl. So is the boy getting a lot more attention? Is he going through something, and therefore the girl needs a little more attention? Is it because I'm getting this like shot? He's casting a shadow on her. And so are you somewhat, is he taking a lot more of your time, or is there something going on that maybe she's not getting as much attention, or something like that? Um or just usually when that happens, the most important thing to know is we usually when I see that happening is mom, spend a little time, have a conversation, spend a little me time with her. Okay, do a little something that just with her. Maybe sit and have a conversation with her. Maybe watch a movie together that you both that you know that she loves, and cut out all the distractions, that kind of thing. There's just when that happens, it's like the person who's getting the shadow on them is needing a little more attention. I'm not saying that you don't give them as much attention. That's not what that implication is. What that implication is how they are feeling about the attention they get. So again, it's not what you're sending, it's what they receive. And we don't always we it's interesting how we see things in our life, and they're never meant that way, that but we see them that way because that's how life works. So know that in this situation, it may not be what you're intending and sending out there, it's how they receive it. And she needs a little more attention. Maybe she needs a conversation. It could be a situation where she's going through something and she needs you to open the conversation because she won't open that conversation. But if you open it, she's going to jump right through the loop, and she's going to say, "Yeah, I couldn't wait for you to talk about this," and then she'll just let things loose. So again, give her do a little mommy time with her individually, and just kind of help refill her energy level to know that you're paying attention, and then that she is super important to you. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. What do you got, Miss Shawna?
Kind of like the same thing. It's all about her because the sun energy is here and the justice card is here. When I feel that, I feel like you need to change your energy up and tap into that inner child of yours to bring light back to the situation, to bring balance back in. And I feel like it's you as well as the focus, but to move forward in better times, better when it comes to dealing with kids, it's like, okay, you have to be that light sometimes. You have to be that bright energy for them, and because they could be going through something and they don't want to speak about it, or if they have spoke about it, they got shot down. It's like they holding stuff in. It's like you need to tap into how did you feel, and then be that brightness, be that optimist. Just I'm with Don with this, with showing attention, because that also will bring in the fairness from her perspective. Like, okay, it's not all about the other sibling. Now I'm, like, hey, I got attention now, or maybe I needed this extra attention so I can get this out of my system, and I'm not afraid to speak, or I'm not holding back. As well. I mean, when it comes to the eight of coins, it's like, don't allow distractions to throw you off. Stay focused on what's at hand. Stay focused, like, be present. Okay, be present in this moment. And the great thing about it is Ten of Swords. This will come to an end. This going back and forth, this headache, this whatever you're feeling like, you're not winning, that person's not winning, whatever, it's all coming to an end, so it's coming to a close. But I do love this at the end, which is the Emperor card. It's showing authority, like, okay, you tried me, or we're not going to play these games, but we need to have an understanding. And this is about, you know being the authoritative type of figure. If you got to put that stiletto down, put that stiletto down nice. Don't slam it down, but tap it because you don't want to break the heel type of thing, right? But other than that, I just feel like you have three major arcana here. So that also makes it a good change is happening. And this is, I also feel like this is an everlasting change. Just by showing the attention. You never know what it does. I was telling Don earlier, like, you never know, like, what when it comes to an animal, a pet, a dog, the little things that they do, how much joy it brings into your life. And same thing when it comes to a child. You never know the little small things of the impact that you will make in their life, because it's moments that where they will always remember. You spending time with them, or you just having fun with them. That's something they will always remember. Look how we just reminisced about our dads of like those times, and still they show up. And look at here. Oh wow, Ace of Cups to clarify all of this. So this is love coming back, but this is like a new type of love coming in, and it's coming in where the cup overflowing, but also trust your um um and a new purpose as well. But trust your intuition, let things flow, but be present in the moment. So that's what I have for you, love.
Fantastic.
And then if it's a female boy, we can be hard headed at some times, especially with mamas. Moms and daughters, they clash a lot, but when you change your energy up to say, okay, look, I'm not gonna be combative. Let me listen, let me hear you. What's going on? Let's go have, a girls' day out, stuff like that. Boy, they're gonna remember that for the rest of it. All those times when my grandma and my mama taking me out, they got over. I still feel that right now.
And that's the cool part. We don't know what we never know what's going to stick, what's not going to stick.
Right.
But the cool part is down the road when you're sitting there and listening to your kids say something, and they're like, "Do you remember when?" And I'm like, "Oh, you remember that?" It's like
Yes.
you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I'll give an example. We were doing something, and I said something. My son said, "Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that before." And he told me, I'm like, "You were listening?" He said, "Dad, I listen. It doesn't mean that I need to react to everything, but I do listen because I do find what you say often very valuable." And I'm like, "Damn, did I pay you to do that? I don't know. Did I?" I know. It's like, damn.
Like that's a nice pat on
I know.
your
And
back.
this was Michael, by the way. So
Oh,
it
of course.
came
And
from a
he
very
don't
different place.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
because he
don't
doesn't.
ever.
That's not his.
No,
That's not his mo. Shall we
not
say?
his forte. No.
Yes, yes. So I was driving. I almost ran off the road. I'm like, what in the hell? What?
Like,
So
who are you
no, it's like did somebody abduct Michael and then bring this one? I don't know.
again? Right.
So
Right.
anyway, so yeah, you never know what will register. You just do what you can and hope that something does, and usually it does. And then down the road, you'll never get it immediately. You get the
No,
feedback
no, no,
later.
no, no. But just know, in the back of your mind, those are brownie points. I just later on in life, that's gonna come back for me.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
Exactly.
it's joy for you because that makes you 10 times like, hey, you listen to what I said. I wasn't crazy when I said it because I might have acted a little crazy when I was saying it, but I wasn't crazy in saying it. It was legit. It was for the betterment for you.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
2L beams. Well, Miss Shauna, let's do one more and then we'll be out of here.
Okay.
So to whom are you drawn?
To whom?
You like that, right? That's cool, right? Ooh,
To
that's
whom? Yeah, I
nice.
feel like we about to write an email. To whom did this may concern? But yeah. Who's still here? Who is still here and would like a reading? Selena, Miss Angie says she gave you a reading last night.
Yep.
So just FYI, if he was gonna say I am. Oh wait, is Valerie still here? Valerie?
Valerie.
Yes. How did I know? Yes, Valerie. Oh, you made me think of when you sung that song. You made me think of Amy Winehouse.
Yes, exactly. Every time I see Valerie's name, I get back to that same song. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. Miss Valerie, I feel like you're coming out of your little imprisonment, your limitation, that you feel like you are. I don't know that if I feel like you're coming out of your limitations. Let me just put it that way before I get all technical and running off my mouth and it don't even make sense. It's gonna be like, what? Yeah, let me just get straight to the point here. I feel like you're coming out of your limitations. And you are the one coming out of it. You are the one that's realizing, like, okay, I'm not as restricted like I thought I was, or think I am. I feel like you are coming out of it and you are owning, honey. You are owning. You are the one that's in all the way control. Okay. With this Emperor card being here. And with this excuse me, King of Wands, it's like you got this energy of rebuilding and from ground up, like, okay, um I got the resources, I got what I need, and even if I don't have what I need, I'm gonna do it anyway because I'm gonna make it happen because I believe in myself. I believe in this. Um, but I feel like this is the Phoenix rising energy for you. Okay. Oh, and how perfect of this. Yes. This is so on point. Listen, ooh, are we psychics or something? Are you a psychic or something? But this is so perfect for you, Valerie. You need to really go check this. This was a great episode that we did talking about your life purpose, and this is that rebuilding stage. I just feel like you are like the picture I'm getting is like Phoenix is on fire, flying up with that long tail, and not worrying about nothing, but not destroying anything neither. But that's that energy I'm getting with you. You do have the Justice card. The Justice card then came out a lot for everybody today, and it's about that balance coming through. But you are the one. You are in the forefront of making this happen. Ooh, two of. Ooh, yes. Okay, King of Wands and the Two of Cups. Okay. Um, Definitely balance and harmony, and definitely mutual respect is definitely here. And being inspirational, but also clarity is coming through for you. And it's like you feeding off each other's energy here, Valerie. But you have taken the leadership role in this. So that's what I have. I'm a hush because I can be long-winded as well. But everything's on the up for you. Definitely everything is on the up for you.
And Valerie, are you just getting over an illness? Have you been ill? Because I'm picking up something like that, like an illness energy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Can you confirm if you yeah, I'm picking up an illness. So did you just come through an illness, or you just Valerie. I'll wait.
She said no.
Nope. Okay, I'm waiting. I didn't see it. Oh, interesting. Well, be careful, please. Be careful. Pay attention to your body. Your body. Pay attention to your body. I'm picking up some issue, and it's going to be somewhere in the chest area is what I'm picking up, chest and into the neck area. So I would pay attention to your body when you start feeling something. Pay attention to it. Make sure you react to it. If it's a congestion or something like that, make sure you're taking something to clear that up. If you're having some wheezing, make sure there's something here and in the neck that I'm picking up. So be on top of it. Do not let it get away from you. Pay attention to your body. Okay. That's really so important. What else? That's about. I'm picking up. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. It's just this feeling of, and it's like right in here. So it's. I don't know if it's lungs or again it's breathing or palpitations or something, but it's all right in this area here. So pay attention to it when it happens. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you when it needs attention. All right. Keep hydrated. Make sure that you're keeping hydrated. Make sure that you're if you're get out and get walking, make sure you're doing some walking, make sure you're doing some exercise. I'm getting it's here, like breathing and blood pumping and that kind of stuff. So let's focus on health. Okay.
Yeah. I also got when you said that her immune system.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of vitamin C and elderberry came up.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
maybe take the is it so diet again as well, or what is it when you see that?
What, vitamin C and elderberry?
Yeah,
that's the immune system. So it could be immune system boost.
Right.
It's just being preventative. That's all.
Right.
Because you don't want to wait till something happens and you start taking it. So I wouldn't say keep taking emergency, but it won't hurt on start putting them little packets in your drink and start drinking them.
Right.
Because I'm just, when you said that, all of that of walking and things like that, is that keeping those levels up of stamina, but also elderberry will definitely help, and it just keeps it boosted, and it's just preventative, but definitely vitamin C.
Super. Yeah, because again, I just feel like you can stay on top of this and it won't be a big thing, but if you ignore it, I'm concerned that it will be a problem.
If you wait till you in it, then it's going to be a whole lot longer of a recovery.
Yeah. By that time, it's too late.
Yeah. Because it's already doing what it's doing. But yeah, you're...
Cool. Let's do one more, even though I said no more. Kathleen Kennedy, let's do her because she came in earlier and I saw her and I didn't respond.
Okay. Miss Kathleen. You get blood work done at the end of the month. Okay. Make sure you fast before a 24-hour fast. I messed up and did not do that. And then they try to say, "Oh, you got high cholesterol." No, I promise you, it was the pasta and the wine that I had before.
Minor details, right? Like whatever. They should have told me.
I just put it in. Oh.
Come on.
Oh, okay, Miss Kathleen. I feel like with this 10 of cups being here, I feel like the divine is so proud of you. Oh, that's a card sticking out. That your spirit guides, your past loved ones are so proud of you of what you were doing. They watching over you completely. But with this 10 of cups, it's like they are helping to bring the happiness into your life, this joy into your life as well. So whatever decision that you need to be making, you need to go ahead and do it because they are backing you. Okay. With this Knight of Swords, you need to, what's what Don says? Get her done.
Get
Okay.
her done.
Yes. What are you waiting on? Are you waiting for a sign? Regardless, this is what's going to bring you um uh, uh what you're looking for, okay? And bring you closer, but this is like, all right, let's go. I'm ready to move forward type of thing. And don't look back. 9 of Wands. Don't look back. Okay? Cuz what's behind you is behind you. And that's what I think what spirit is trying to tell you is for you to stay focused, to stay moving forward, and with this perseverance of just keep going. You have the 9 of Swords here. Stop worrying about whatever it is that you're worrying about because you're not getting the rest that you need. You're thinking about it so much that body is not resting. And the next day you don't have enough in the tank to deal with certain things. It's like you keep running on. It's like, all right, you passed a half a tank, you're about to be riding on excitement. Okay. That you're about to be riding on E. So take that as, replenishment, but also get that rest because changes are happening. Okay, this death card here is things are coming together in a bigger way for you than you know. And but it's you're the one that's making those changes. And you have the 10 of Wands. Great way to end this. 10 of Wands of this burden is over with. You're not carrying it anymore. This struggle of that you're feeling, you're not carrying it anymore. Okay? And it's coming to an end. When there's the endings, there's new beginnings. Okay? And you're the one that is changing the situation for the good. So that's what I have, love.
Fantastic. Let me draw one or two for you, Kathleen, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see what I got for you. You know what? I'm coming to the shoulders. I'm coming to the shoulders. You are carrying a ton of weight. What is it who's dumping on you and who's dumping on your shoulder? I just feel like you're carrying the weight of the world. You're carrying everybody I feel this energy. Somebody is coming and they're putting on you, you're carrying their burdens. You're having to, are you carrying the load of family? Are you carrying the load of, is it economics as well? Is it, because it's like, I don't feel, it's like, I just feel like you're providing so much for so many, but where's your time? It's time for you to give some time for yourself. You need to give yourself some me time because I'm feeling like you're not getting a whole lot of that these days. And and you're not the kind who's needy. That's not who you are. I'm not saying that at all. But what I do feel is that you really haven't taken any time recently for yourself. So you need to you need to set up a manicure and a pedicure. You need to maybe get the girls together and everybody go out and do whatever the
Facial.
injection. I was thinking of the injection
Botox?
thing. I don't know. You know how they do those Botox parties? I don't know what they do. Everybody does these little things these days, and they do these crazy things. They get together, weave baskets, and they do wine and drink wine and paint or whatever.
Sip and paint. Yes.
There you go. Whatever you're drawn to, whatever would help you get your mind away from everybody else and onto yourself for just a period of time. I really think you need to draw to that because I just feel like you need me time. You need me time.
Yes.
And I just feel like you're carrying everybody else's issues and you're not paying attention to you. I would also be paying attention to my body. I pay attention to my body and make sure that you're not missing any signs of potential illnesses or problems down the road, because now you can catch them. You catch them now, you will save yourself issues. So I would be paying attention to understanding my body and making sure I totally am aware of the little things that are going on. Because again, you're just not paying attention to yourself, and that includes a lot of things. So this weekend, I really do suggest that somewhere, sometime, you find maybe even escape and go to the movies by yourself. Maybe that would work. But
Yeah.
again, I just need you to get away from the burdens you're carrying. And again, I feel like it's family, and I'm not saying family, they don't intentionally do it. It's just that you've always played that role. But this is a time where you need to do a little me time, and you need to get yourself a little bit of time away. So let's do an escape this weekend. Let's find a way, or sometime over the next 2 weeks, whatever you can do. Even if it's a day, maybe jump in a car and drive someplace else for a day. Again, do something crazy, something you haven't done before, something you hadn't thought of would be nice. Think of something new and say, wow, never thought of that. I'm going to do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do a shirt, JDI. Just do it. Just do it.
Yes.
So start the thing, JDI.
JDI.
If you don't know, you shouldn't. Then you're out of the loop. You should be doing it. JDI. Well, that's it, folks. We are done. Miss Shawna, thanks for popping in and spending your time with us. Thanks, everybody, for popping in and spending your time and energy with us. You help us to grow and practice what we love to do most, and that is working with people and energies. And so we appreciate that super, super much.
Yes.
And with that said, I guess we are out of here. Have a nice weekend. Happy holiday. Before we head out, though, I do want to play once more, because this will be the last opportunity. I didn't play it last night, and I wish I had posted it. Here we go.
You made something.
Happy. Well, this is an old one. Oldie but goodie.
What are you going?
You know what I did is I put some leads on each side of the temples, and then I waited till I had a bright thought, and then that's the image that came, was the fireworks, because that's me having a bright thought. It's like, man, it comes so
They were
rare.
shooting them off last night in the rain. We was like, is that firecrackers? Yeah, they were shooting them off last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little crazy, but they don't care. Yeah. This was Florida.
Yeah, we have to limit ours out here because it's so dry and hot.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we did get rain last night, so that's a help.
Yeah.
Oh, can't complain.
It's raining right now, so it's going to be raining tomorrow, because these little folks is going to be mad.
But that's what you get when you live in Florida, because it's going to rain, but it won't rain always, right? It's just going to be like spurts, or what?
No, it's raining all day.
Oh, that's
and
not
they
good.
Shutting down the two main bridges for the for the fireworks.
Oh,
so
that's a problem. Yeah,
not mine.
So you gotta be where you need to be.
My little brown butt is going to be right here.
Exactly. And also, I forgot to say happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is this week, last week. If you missed it even last year and you didn't get it, this is for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
There you go. And don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons, people. We would appreciate that. Again, look at the little right-hand corner. If you're on YouTube, in the right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a little thing that says subscribe. That's a friend.
Right there.
We appreciate that very, very much. Very much. Until next week, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Until next week, have a great one, everybody, and we'll see you then. Love, light, and blessings. Happy 4th. Bye.
Happy 4th.
What am I going to go out on? Let me see. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Let me see. Let me figure it out. I'm going to get a little creative.
Uh-oh.
All right. All right. There we go. We're going to put that up, and then we're going to do...
Step inside. The cards will say, guidance flows, light in the way.